even just, you gotta respect, you gotta, like, we can't just say this guy's like, he's a bum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not a bum.
Yeah.
He's not a bum for sure, for a long shot.
Yeah.
So you gotta respect him, but you can't give him too much respect. Take his best punch, or whatever he do good, be able to take that and take it away from him, and be able to make sure that when I give him myself, make sure I'm doing everything correct, make sure I all the way down to the teeth. Take him in that deep water and drown him.
3 people in the world that I think that could beat Tank. That would be Devin, that would be Shakur, and Tank Davis himself.
You got the last one right. That's the only person that could beat me, Gervonta Davis. That's the only person. Them niggas not touch me at all.
One of the best ones out there is what they don't know, gets less respect for it, but one of the best ones out there. Now his mouth a little different, you know what I'm saying? He's the different kind of character when it comes to the mouth. Yeah. Because that's where he's from. But he's really one of the pound the best ones of the coop. And I'm gonna tell you why he's the best one of the coop to me. He can punch, but he also can box. You understand me? Some that can box can't punch. Some that can punch can't box. He can box, he can punch, he can move laterally, he can do it left side, right side, he can do whatever he needs to do as a southpaw to get the job done. And that's it.
Gervonta Davis was first steered toward boxing in an unexpected way after his uncle caught him in the middle of a street fight. That incident is often seen as a major turning point, prompting his family to redirect his energy into something more structured. He soon began formal training, and what started as a way to channel his aggression quickly became a clear path forward, eventually carrying him from the streets into the professional boxing world.
My mom left me and my brother in the house by ourselves. Someone called the Child Protective Service, and they came and got us, and we was in foster care and group home and things like that.
Gervonta Davis was raised in a harsh and unstable environment where daily life was shaped by struggle. Both of his parents battled addiction, and conflict was a constant presence around him. Those early hardships left a deep impact on his mindset, forcing him to develop resilience at a young age. While those experiences brought serious challenges, they also helped build the grit and determination that would later become the foundation of his journey as a professional fighter.
And my uncle ended up walking outside the door and seeing me fight.
Yeah.
So when he seen me fight, he was like, "You could do something."
Yeah.
So he took me to the gym.
Yeah.
The gym was probably a 10-minute walk from the house.
Yeah.
So when I went to the gym, I was getting the love that I wasn't getting at home. So it came more so like father figure type stuff, like the coaches in the gym. That's why I'm still with Calvin now, because he's more so like a father. So that's what made me like.
Roy Jones Jr. continued to emphasize his technical concerns about Shakur Stevenson's style, explaining that staying too far out of range can limit real exchanges between fighters. In his view, that level of distance control may be smart from a defensive and tactical standpoint, but it can also slow the rhythm of a bout and make it feel less action-packed for the audience watching.
But you gotta learn, and I will hope he will pay attention to this, because this is gonna mean a lot for him. His feet are good, but sometimes they take him too far out of range to be able to come back and count. The last guy he fought, the guy was a good puncher, so when he was jumping back, he was jumping too far back out of range to where he couldn't come back and get something right away. You understand me? And for the fans, it starts to look bored.
That's how I say. I feel like he was running.
He really ain't running. He just don't understand that this is somebody gotta teach him. And I would teach him if they ever brought him to me to teach him. But he gotta understand what I'm trying to tell him. I'm not trying to criticize him.
Right.
When you say something bad, they take it as criticism.
Right.
No, son, you gotta understand how to not jump. Okay, people know what the thing that dig the hole, the excavator, right?
Yeah.
If you move that thing back.
Roy Jones Jr. has shared a technical assessment of Shakur Stevenson's approach in the ring, noting that he can lean too much on moving backward during defensive moments. In his view, relying heavily on retreat can make it harder to launch effective counters and may slow the pace of exchanges. He also suggested that this style can sometimes reduce the overall excitement of a fight, impacting how engaging it appears to fans watching.
You can't take it out of review. You working with this because this part keeps you on the job, the feet. This do the work. If you take the thing and move it back, it's off the job. It can't work no more. So if you move back every time off the job, it ain't gonna ever get no work done. So now it's gonna be.
John David Jackson joined the conversation about a possible clash between Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson, challenging the belief that Davis would easily overpower or stop Stevenson early. He highlighted Stevenson's elite defensive abilities, pointing out that his skill set would demand a more careful and calculated approach even from a puncher like Davis. Rather than expecting a fast finish, Jackson suggested the matchup would likely unfold as a drawn-out, strategic contest where timing, ring intelligence, and in-fight adjustments across 12 rounds would ultimately decide the outcome.
I think it's gonna go in there and just knock out Shakur. It's gonna
That's not gonna happen.
But it shouldn't have taken this fight.
I knew he couldn't.
For people to realize.
Yeah,
right.
I knew that too. But yeah, Shakur is a defensive specialist.
And I've been saying this for a long time. If you pay attention to how Tank would react whenever Shakur's name came up, I was like, yo, it's something that Tank knows that most people don't know or understand. There's something that he sees in Shakur. It could be the fact that Shakur was a 2016 silver medalist. You know,
he's got a lot to do with it.
He's that, the silver child of the country, and there's no telling. But this is what I've always known. It ain't just a big straight left or a big right hook coming from Tank that's going to end that night. That night is going to be the most strategical you've seen both these guys ever be in a fight.
Sean Porter expanded on the idea that top-level matchups aren't just about punching power, stressing that the biggest fights are often determined by how well a fighter can think on the fly, adjust under pressure, and remain composed as the action shifts. When discussing a possible showdown with Shakur Stevenson, he suggested fans might see a more measured version of Gervonta Davis, one who would have to control his knockout instincts and rely more on discipline, precise timing, and smart tactical choices from start to finish.
Looking forward to the big fights. We're looking forward to the big matchups because those are the kind of people that's going to pull it out of him. So with a fight with Shakur, you're going to see this boxing style that you don't usually get from Tank. You're going to see IQ. We saw IQ, but to me, it was low IQ because the reason why it was low IQ is because everybody followed the script. And what I mean by that is you see somebody's IQ take place when a fighter makes an adjustment, and now you have to adjust to what that fighter is doing.
Terrence Crawford shared his reasoning for slightly favoring Shakur Stevenson in a potential showdown with Gervonta Davis. He pointed out that Davis might struggle to land clean, effective punches against Stevenson's sharp defense and precise timing. Crawford also noted that while Davis typically finds his rhythm in the later rounds, his tendency to start slowly could work against him when facing a fighter like Stevenson, who is known for controlling the pace right from the opening bell.
A fight.
Yeah.
I will pick Shakur because I don't believe Tank will be able to land those big shots on Shakur like he does everybody else.
Right.
Shakur defense is just too tight. And not only Shakur, Keyshawn either.
Oh, you don't think Key either? Even right now, I feel like it's a little Key nice though, but it might be a little early for Key right now.
Listen, Tank get hits a lot. Tank, in my eyes, Tank is always losing until he's not.
Yeah, a lot of times, yeah.
If you watch those fights,
well, at least in the early rounds, middle rounds he start coming up. But I see what you're saying. Them early rounds, yeah.
Let Keyshawn start hitting them like everybody else hitting them. Let him start hitting them with everybody else, like everybody else hit.
Yeah.
Man, he gonna clean them.
Shakur Stevenson also clarified that, despite all the public talk surrounding a possible showdown with Gervonta Davis, no formal fight agreement has been placed on the table. He pointed out that while Davis frequently pushes for the matchup in interviews and across social platforms, there has been little visible movement in actual negotiations. Because of that, Stevenson expressed uncertainty about whether the bout is genuinely close to happening, even with strong fan demand and ongoing speculation fueling the conversation.
He get a lot of knockouts that people kind of making it like, if you ain't doing what Tank doing, then they gonna say it's boring. Do you feel like it's because of how his style is that they kind of putting that on you, like wanting you to do that?
People is blessed with different ability. He's blessed with a God-given ability that he crack you 9 times out of 10, you gonna go down. That's his ability.
Yeah.
I'm blessed with God-given eyes. A lot of people don't understand how good my eyes is. I can see really good. Like punches coming my way, I know how to get away from them at any given time. Our abilities are just different, so they probably are judging me from a scale of him, but at the end of the
Shakur Stevenson has given a confident breakdown of a potential clash with Gervonta Davis, recognizing Tank's knockout threat while questioning how effective that power becomes if it doesn't land clean. He stressed that power only counts when punches connect, and expressed belief that his defense, positioning, and ring IQ would allow him to disrupt Davis's offense. In Stevenson's view, the path to victory lies in controlling the tempo and neutralizing Tank's strengths before they ever come into play.
On Twitter that he sent Shakur a contract and went elsewhere.
on my life, Tank a liar. If he just said that That nigga's a liar. He need to stop lying.
Okay.
I would,
Shakur's
yo, no cap. If he sent me a contract, tell him post that contract. Post the contract he sent me. That's what I want to see. And I want to see that. Don't make up no fake contract. Don't post the contract you sent me. I would love to see it.
Damn. Okay.
And show me you sent it to me. To the email, to make sure.
Roy Jones Jr. shared his thoughts on the long-discussed potential showdown between Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson, stating that the moment feels appropriate for a fight of this caliber. He stressed that boxing fans are eager to see top-level competitors finally meet in the ring, and argued that the exact timing matters less than the fight actually being made. In his view, what truly counts is giving both fighters the opportunity to test themselves against elite opposition and settle the debate through action rather than discussion.
Been a rumored fight for quite some time now. We have Shakur going up against Kid Austin in about a week.
Yeah.
You know, with a win over Kid Austin, you know, do you think that would be for a great time for a fight against Tank Davis?
It's gonna be a great time for a fight against Tank Davis right now. So even before that, so the boxing world want to see the best fight best. Because right now it's a great time for the Tank Davis fight. After that fight, it'll be a great time for the Tank Davis fight. Doesn't matter when. That's always a great fight. But I gotta go now. I got my fight away.
How do you think we get that fight, Roy?
Forget that. Who do you think wins?
Who do you think wins?
Who do you think wins?
It's a good fight, man. It's a hard call. I love both fighters. I won't say either one of them because both of them are great. I like both of them. I admire what both of them have done. And I just want to see them fight, you know, so the world see who wins. I want to call it.
Teddy Atlas broke down why Shakur Stevenson is considered such a tough puzzle in the ring, highlighting his sharp ring awareness, elite timing, and ability to control distance, which lets him dictate the rhythm of a fight. At the same time, he acknowledged Gervonta Davis as a completely different level of danger, pointing out that his explosive punching power and sudden bursts of offense have the ability to break Stevenson's rhythm in a way very few opponents can manage.
That's difficult because of his style, because of his abilities, because of his eyes, because of his, his legs, that his hand speed, the way that he controls range. Tank Davis is the only guy that I can see that could possibly decipher that style and beat.
Richardson Hitchens looked back on early sparring encounters involving Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson, describing them as highly competitive and physically intense from the start. He recalled that Davis was able to land clean, impactful shots at times, but Stevenson showed the ability to take them, stay composed, and make key adjustments as the rounds went on. According to Hitchens, what began as straightforward exchanges gradually evolved into more calculated, chess-like battles, where both fighters adapted in real time and neither was able to clearly take control. The sessions, in his view, underscored just how closely matched and tactically advanced both styles become when they are tested against each other.
He caught Shakur with a good shot. Boom. He didn't hurt Shakur or nothing, but it was like, you could tell, like, if it was 8-ounce gloves, we don't know how Shakur would have reacted. It was like, because I remember him throwing Shakur, he caught Shakur with like a clean shot. Boom. And Shakur didn't shake up or do nothing, but it was a clean shot. I'm like, nigga, you sure you can take another one of that? And Shakur like, what? Like, he took off his shirt and they started bumping like that. Now they're going back and forth.
Oh. Hold on, was it sparring? Yeah. Was it competitive, close, all that, Shakur and Tank?
Nah, yeah, it was competitive. Then like the second time, like they sparred, like it was like a chess match. Like now Tank know, like, all right, he's really nice. Like Shakur really nice. Like all that walk down shit. I got a box. Like this nigga, like I can't just walk him down. Like he can really fight. So it was like a Tank like switch his strategy up and like same. Like now Tank trying to come and walk me down. I'm in there like we fighting. Like it's back and forth competitive.
Gervonta Davis builds his preparation for top-tier opponents around refining the smaller details that often decide elite fights. His training places strong emphasis on head movement, improving timing, and developing the ability to apply measured pressure instead of rushing forward recklessly. The goal is to wear opponents down step by step rather than forcing early exchanges. This type of approach becomes even more important in a potential technical matchup with Shakur Stevenson, where patience and precision are crucial. In a fight like that, success would likely depend not just on power, but on timing, adaptability, and the ability to make smart adjustments as the rounds unfold.
Now we have on earlier, you say that he's the one that got the first couple right. Well, I don't think. Yeah.
In the end, the boxing community is still left in suspense. The big question remains whether Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson will eventually share the ring, or if the discussion will continue without anything officially being signed. Fans have already made their stance obvious. They want elite fighters facing elite fighters, without delay or hesitation. If this bout ever becomes reality, it would be far more than just another fight on the calendar. It could shape the future landscape of the division and possibly define an entire era of boxing.